Mr. Speaker, I want to thank Andi Salama Tonga for asking that question. Mr. Speaker says he has asked that question because he listens carefully to the statements that I gave in this House in terms of how we're supporting our farmers. Mr. Speaker, in the ministry we note that while we're doing expanding mechanization, we also note that there are certain areas where they also need additional farm power other than machinery power for, as she alluded to, for transportation purposes, for small holdings where the farmers see that it's much cheaper to utilize animal power in addition to men or women power. So, Mr. Speaker, in the 2018 and 2019 period, we started this program to provide trained horses for transportation as well as for draft purposes, farm power, to interior and maritime zone. We started with first supplying 32 horse, male, 16 male and 16 mares, meaning 16 females, to Ngau Island. Mr. Speaker, since then, we have been looking at other horses that we acquire from our stray animal unit, where these horses which are not branded and are not claimed after the certain period when they are held in the pounds. So, Mr. Speaker, we are now ready with 32 horse. 8 out of the 32 are trained for transportation purpose as well as for draft farm power to work, to plow the land, etc. Designated for interior maritime division, but because we had this border closure, we were not able to transport those horses. So as soon as the border, for the maritime, the transportation services start, we're looking at sending the first 8. We are, again, as I said, alluded to earlier on, Mr. Speaker, we're looking at giving pairs to each area so that there's multiplication. I recall some time back, some horses were sent to Kandavu, and later on there was none there, and they realized later on that it was all male. So we're not going to make that mistake this time around, Mr. Speaker. So we're looking at sending the first 8 out. We're sending the first 8 out very soon. Thank you, Naka.